welcome to another video. Recently I've been feeling a bit ill, so I couldn't film any content and I simply didn't have any life after work, and after dinner I fell asleep immediately. There is a good thing approaching us, which is the end of the school year, and we have actually less than a month until we say goodbye to our students. So this week is the finals week for the 8th grades, and next week we will have the final exams for all of our students. So I will be mostly in a rush and I will prepare some important official documents for the end of the school year. And let's talk about what I've been reading. I finished 4 books. 3 of them were in English and 1 of them was in Turkish. So the first book that I've dealt with was The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This story is a retelling of The Island of Dr. Moreau. I didn't read the first book, so I don't know what references are in this book. Dr. Moreau is making some experiments about the hybrids, like animal and human hybrids. He is trying to get rid of the deficiencies of human nature, and he's trying to add all of the positive parts of both natures. He has a daughter. This daughter, she was called Carlotta, I think, and she is sick. So she needs a weekly treatment by her father. When the son of the man who was making all of these possible financially comes here to their house, he falls in love with this girl and they decide to get married. But the owner of the house, the rich man, doesn't want this, so he comes to prevent this. And when he comes with his men, a big fight takes place, and at the end they don't get married, and it is also revealed that this girl is also a hybrid and she's not a natural daughter. But the most important theme of this book was, I think, this girl being so dependent on her father, but then realizing that she is an individual, she can be free, and she starts taking her actions in that direction. I really liked this aspect of this book. At the end, she gets the money from her father and she decides to live with all of these hybrids peacefully. I don't like this kind of experiments talking about the things that don't actually exist. So I only enjoyed the storyline and how the characters developed and the theme of fatherhood. I liked only these literature related aspects of this book. The second one was Finley Donovan is Killing It by El Cosimano. I really enjoyed this one. This is a crime book. You know, I don't like this kind of detective books too, but I really enjoyed being told the story from the point of the killer. Last year I read this kind of book again. It was called Yellow Face, and I really enjoyed what she was thinking, because in this book she wasn't actually planning to kill that person, but eventually the events lead to that point and she kills. Then she gets a partner in crime and they try to hide the body and everything gets so messed up. I also liked the character development part of this book too, because in the beginning she was a helpless mother. Her husband cheated on her and now he was living with the new fiancé, and she was all alone with 2 children, which are, one of them is a baby and the other one is a toddler, I think. And in the end she has money, she's writing the books that she's always dreamed of, and she is a powerful mother because thanks to this partner in crime she can take care of her children too. Then in the end she begins dating with some people. After finishing this, I started the second book in the series, which is called Finley Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead, and before finishing it I got a bit bored with the same characters, with the same story, and this time she wasn't killing someone, she was trying to save her ex-husband. Because of this boredom, I started rereading one of the books that I read 2 years ago. I think it is called The Course of Love by Elaine de Botton. I don't know if I've pronounced it correctly. I actually have a physical copy of it here. It is in Turkish, and it wasn't a very big book. And since I really enjoy the essay kind of books where the author gets to chat with you, I finished it in 2 days. I started it in one evening, and the next evening it was already over. I enjoyed this one even more than the first time that I read it, because in this book the writer talks about a marriage, how the idea of love was shaped when the main character, Rabbi, was 15 years old, a teenager, and then when he met his future wife, what he was thinking about love, romantic relationships, and how to maintain the same relationship without cheating or running away from the problems. In each chapter, after talking about the events, the author talks about some scientific information, but it's not like you're drowning in so much information. It was very well balanced, the story, the novel, and the essays. I enjoyed this one. This time I've annotated so many parts of this book too. I really liked how these two people were in love and were trying their best to stick together to the life that they were planning to create together, and they had 2 children in the book. The last book that I read this month was, after finishing The Course of Love, I read Finlay Donovan, Naxam, that the second book in the series. The story in this book is a very big misunderstanding. Finlay thinks somebody is trying to kill her ex-husband, and she tries to save him for the sake of her children. She tries so many times to find who the killer and the planner of the situation was. She doesn't find the one who was planning to kill, but in the end, when she finds out who was the person who posted the message on the forum, I'm not gonna say who the person is. After she finds out, we understand this is a whole big misunderstanding, and it was really funny because now she has money. She earned it in the first book, and she has a reputation. She has 2 lovers actually. She's more powerful, and she's not trying to impress any other people. She has everything. Now she is the one to decide which boy is more suitable for her, and I really liked the distance this character has come so far, and I'm definitely planning to read the 3rd book in the series. So this is what I've been reading recently. And now I'm trying to finish the book that I started, I think, in March or February. It is the very big old Decameron, and as you can see, I'm very close to halfway. I didn't like the theme of the 3rd day, which was doing everything to get what you wanted so much. It was that kind of thing. And all of these 10 stories were full of people cheating on one another. It was so disgusting. Now I'm on the day 4, and the theme is the very sad stories of lovers who can't be together in the end. And this one is more innocent, I think. This book has given me so much perspective about the time period in which this book was written, because the author indicates at the beginning of it that this book is written to entertain the ladies who stay at home and who has no connection to the outer world. I don't know if this is a safe way to depict the real world to these women, but I clearly see that not many good things were happening at that time. I don't think people had the effect of religion on them, even though Italy is the center of Christianity. But I will try to finish this book. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm not trying to catch up with other people's reading challenges. This fact also makes me realize that there are some other aspects of life too, so reading books shouldn't be the only hobby that I have. I'm trying to collect as much joy as possible from different areas of life, I think this is the end of this video. Thanks for listening up to this point. I will see you in the next video. Bye!